Among those who have seen him play, even among many of those who haven't, there appears to be no debate. LeBron James is the best high school player in the country, and he was even last year when he was a junior, and he likely...
What if I told you that LeBron James wasn't the best high school player that ever played the game? Before The Chosen One graced magazine covers, another phenom had scouts, coaches, and fans believing they were witnessing basketball's next evolution. His name? Sebastian Telfair. In the early 2000s, while LeBron dominated headlines in Ohio, Telfair was creating his own legend on the concrete courts of Coney Island. The cousin of NBA star Stephon Marbury, Telfair possessed blinding speed, supernatural court vision, and a swagger that made him the king of New York basketball. Today, we're diving into the remarkable story of how this 6-foot point guard from Brooklyn became basketball's golden child, why some experts ranked him above LeBron, and the fascinating journey that followed when the spotlight's glare proved too bright.
More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around.
The numbers don't lie. At Lincoln High School, Telfair was nothing short of spectacular. During his senior year, he averaged 33.2 points, 9.4 assists, and 3.5 steals per game. In one legendary matchup against rival Robinson High, Telfair exploded for 47 points, 10 assists, and 8 steals, a performance that had NBA scouts frantically making calls from the bleachers. Perhaps most impressive was his 38-point, 14-assist masterclass against Oak Hill Academy, then ranked number 1 in the nation. Even when facing future NBA talent, Telfair seemed to elevate his game to impossible heights. By the end of his high school career, he had amassed 2,785 points, breaking the New York State record previously held by Kenny Anderson. But Telfair's appeal went beyond statistics. He had something that couldn't be measured, a magnetic presence that drew celebrities like Jay-Z and Spike Lee to his high school games. When Sports Illustrated put the teenager on its cover in 2004 with the headline, "Ready or Not," it seemed to answer its own question. The basketball world was ready for Sebastian Telfair.
CJ Ike, they ain't no longer about. They ain't no longer about.
To understand Telfair's meteoric rise, we need to go back to the beginning. Born in 1985 in the Surfside Gardens housing projects of Coney Island, basketball wasn't just a sport for Sebastian. It was an escape. His older cousin Stephon Marbury had already blazed a trail from these same streets to the NBA, giving young Sebastian a blueprint to follow. By age 9, Telfair was already turning heads on local courts, and at 12, he was dominating players twice his age. And by 14, college scouts were already making pilgrimages to Brooklyn to witness the prodigy in action. What made Telfair special wasn't just his skill, it was his style. In an era when Allen Iverson was revolutionizing basketball culture, Telfair brought that same electric energy to the high school game. His crossover dribble left defenders frozen, his no-look passes seemed to defy physics, and his fearless drives to the basket, despite his small stature, showed a competitive fire that couldn't be taught. "He plays like he's 6'6", not 5'11", said one NBA scout who watched him drop 30 points against national powerhouse St. Vincent St. Mary's. Yes, LeBron's high school, in a national televised game. The kid has no ceiling.
His eyes never drop. Look at his vision. Great vision all the time. Great vision. The ball's an extension of his mind.
Oh, he knew he had that one too.
Then it's just bumping time. He knows he's good. He's got it. I'll tell you right now, my friends, he's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
It's hard to imagine now, but there was a genuine debate in basketball circles about who was the better prospect, LeBron or Sebastian. While LeBron had the physical gifts, 6'8", 240 pounds with otherworldly athleticism, Telfair had the skills and basketball IQ that many believe would translate more immediately to the NBA. The two players couldn't have been more different. LeBron was a physical marvel from Ohio who could play all 5 positions. Telfair was a pure point guard from Brooklyn who compensated for his lack of size with blinding speed and court vision, but both shared one crucial trait: they were winners. When Lincoln faced St. Vincent St. Mary in February 2003, it wasn't just a high school basketball game, it was a cultural event. Over 11,000 fans packed the arena, and millions more watched on ESPN2. While LeBron put up 36 points and 8 rebounds, Telfair countered with 27 points and 9 assists. The LeBron's team won. Telfair showed he belonged on the same court as the chosen one. You're about to hear next changed basketball forever, and not in the way anyone expected. In 2004, the documentary Through the Fire chronicled Telfair's senior year, capturing his journey from Coney Island to the NBA draft. The film showed both his brilliance on the court and the immense pressure he faced off it. One scene captures Telfair signing a $15 million shoe deal with Adidas before even playing a professional game, the largest rookie shoe contract ever given to a point guard at that time. Another shows him weighing whether to honor his commitment to Louisville or jump straight to the NBA. The documentary revealed something crucial about Telfair's story. He wasn't just playing for himself. With family members depending on him financially and an entire community looking to him as their ticket out, the stakes were impossibly high. "I got people counting on me," Telfair says in one poignant moment. "I can't let them down." Despite initially committing to Louisville, Telfair ultimately decided to enter the 2004 NBA draft. The decision was controversial but understandable. With his family's financial situation and the momentum of his growing fame, the NBA's immediate payday was too tempting to pass up. On draft night, Telfair sat nervously as names were called. Finally, with the 13th pick, the Portland Trail Blazers selected the high school phenom. At just 19 years old, the kid from Coney Island had realized his dream. "This is for everybody back home," an emotional Telfair said after being drafted. "We made it."
The Portland Trail Blazers select Sebastian Telfair.
The NBA, however, proved to be a harsh reality check. Unlike LeBron, who seamlessly transitioned to professional basketball, Telfair struggled with the increased physicality and speed of the NBA game. His first season with Portland saw him average just 6.8 points and 3.3 assists in limited minutes. What made Telfair's adjustment even more difficult was the timing. He entered the league just before the NBA implemented its age restriction rule, which would have required him to spend at least 1 year in college. That developmental year might have made all the difference. Over the next decade, Telfair bounced between 8 different NBA teams. There were flashes of brilliance that made him a high school legend, a 30-point game here, a 12-assist performance there, but never the consistency needed to become a star. So what happened to the player once considered better than LeBron? The easy answer is that Telfair didn't live up to the hype, but the reality is more nuanced. Sebastian Telfair's legacy isn't found in NBA statistics or accolades. It's in the impact he had on a generation of point guards who came after him. Players like Kyrie Irving and Trae Young, undersized guards with exceptional handling and creativity, owe a debt to the path Telfair helped blaze. Moreover, Telfair's story serves as both a cautionary tale and an inspiration. It reminds us that athletic greatness at 17 doesn't guarantee professional success at 27. But it also shows how a kid from the projects can use basketball to change his family's trajectory forever. So the next time someone tells you LeBron James was the greatest high school player ever, remember Sebastian Telfair. Remember the 6-foot guard from Coney Island who had the basketball world believing he could be better than the chosen one. Remember that for a brief, magical moment in the early 2000s, the future of basketball seemed to run through Brooklyn, not Akron. In sports, we're obsessed with the winners and losers, successes and failures. But Sebastian Telfair's story defies such simple categorization. He may not have become the NBA superstar many predicted, but in capturing our imagination and showing what was possible, he achieved something perhaps more meaningful. He became a legend.